since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Moxie Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the fastest man in the world?
That's very simple. It's Usain Bolt. He is the fastest runner on the planet, setting the world record for the shortest 100 meters sprint time of 9.58 seconds.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula 1, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hub 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, views, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sports Hub for all the updates and analysis.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave away my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come.
And yes, a very good evening to you this evening. Welcome to the Sports Talk Show right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. We are here this evening to preach the gospel of sport to you for 60 minutes. All of the in-singers, all of the lancer passes, all of the slams and the dunks as well. Wednesday edition of the show today, the 30th day in the month of October, year 2024. And I can tell you, this is going to be the last edition of the show for the month of October. We're super grateful to the man up there for the gift of life, for keeping us to this moment. I mean, a lot of things are happening around us, and that is why we are taking this time out to say thank you, and thank you to everyone who's been a part of the show from the start of this year, from the start of this month to this minute. We see you, we appreciate you, we do not take it for granted. Let's continue to do more together. You know, we are the station that promises and always delivers. Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Welcome to the show this evening. I hope you're feeling good, not as angry as fans of Real Madrid, not as downcasted as fans of Vinicius Jr. Because till this very minute, they are still going to the pages of Rodrigo De Paul, the Argentine player. They are going to the pages of Olivier Rodrigo, going to drop abusive words. All in words are those ones, and then unknown to them that the Rodrigo they are looking for is not even on social media. Irony of life. We got plenty of talks for you on this show this evening. We're talking about the under 20 boys who will be taking on Ghana in their quest to become the defending champions and also win the WAFU or be on the 20 championship once again. We know already that the AFCON ticket has been confirmed, but then a lot of work still needs to be done by these boys. We're taking a look at the MBBF Premier Basketball League as well. A couple of matches in Savannah and the Atlantic Conference. Taking a look at all of these games. Then we can take a stop at Manchester United. I mean, in the last 24 to 48 hours, it's been about this team. One, from sacking their manager on his Monday afternoon, like, Monday afternoon.
You sack someone on a Monday afternoon. Family man, for that matter.
I mean, if you said that Monday morning talking about me, when I'm making money, but this one is getting sacked on the Monday. However, it's now been said that Ruben Amorim is the front runner and looking to replace Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United. We are monitoring this development, and it's that United are ready to trigger that 10 million euros release clause by Sporting Lisbon. And the fact that Sporting Lisbon have come out to also say, okay, there's a communication between these two clubs means that something is brewing somewhere, and we're looking forward to see how that one is going to end in the next couple of hours, because it looks like United want to do it as fast as possible. They don't want any interim kini kokon with Ruud van Nistelrooy, and also Ruud is saying once Ruben comes in, he wants to leave as well. So maybe he's going back to PSV and Eindhoven or get a better team outside of Europe as well. Plenty of talks on this show this evening. I will not be doing this all alone. So to remember that I can keep track of these updates and more by following us across all streaming platforms. They are live on our Facebook fan page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. You can join us on our YouTube channel at Impact 102.1 FM. Subscribe to that channel, turn on post notifications so you can be the first to know whenever we go live on there. We are live on X, on Twitter at Impact 102.1 FM. To the switch of the back of the net now, we get the show on the road, and I will be making welcome gentlemen, but when it comes to talking about sport generally, this is not just about the round letter game. I talk about sport generally, you can tell that they are not gentle, and the banter is here, the words are here. I mean, these two guys on the show, you can tell it's about to be an electric one, because even off air, the banter is there. Say, I mean, you have a new manager, even when it's not announced yet. I will start from my left hand though, because I don't want him to have a punchline against you. Warith, welcome to Sport Hub.
But wait, which of the prisoner enter heaven? Which of the sinner enter heaven where they nail with Jesus?
The one on the right hand now.
Now enter heaven.
Okay, so now you say remember me when you get to your.
So Warith, no worry. I'm Warith now let devil fan. What a coincidence.
Stop it. I think it's
at least Arsenal fans were looking for 3 points against United. That's what happened.
It's what happened, yes.
Because we'll have our new coach before that match. But as it stands, we already said this on Monday. Ten Hag is gone. You people are saying they're sacking somebody. Somebody they sack someone, he's going to collect 17 million. Which type of sacking is that?
But then again, there's something they call job security.
You see,
it doesn't have job security now. I mean,
he go see another job.
Of course, he's going to get another job. I mean, Pep Guardiola is backing him to get a job soon.
You know the unemployment rate in the UK. You know the unemployment rate in the Netherlands.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to affect now.
Who told you he won't be affected?
I'm not sure. But let's take a look at the track record of managers that get sacked by Manchester United. It takes a while before they get a new job.
Yes, now because United have damaged their reputation.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still out of job till now.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is loyal. He doesn't want to coach anybody outside.
I mean, no sabi. Guy, don't let me what you call though. He said he's loyal. Person who knows sabi work, he said he's loyal. But one thing is, if you notice, not be like this. Warith be on Monday. He don't have flesh. He don't have flesh.
I mean, Warith legit told me he's thought what team Master United.
Yes, now
he doesn't want to hear it.
Most of United fans, they get their heart beats normal during international breaks.
More than the regular season.
Yeah, the heart beats normal. They had flesh during international break. But those 2 weeks, after they come back from the international break, they are back again.
We are back again. Imagine winning one match in nine games.
This is spreading me that it's after fans. Actually, they are passed through this.
Wait first now. Wait first. Have you seen the latest English Premier League table?
United are 14th.
It's not even about United. West Ham is 13. Newcastle is 15. Manchester United is 14. United we stand.
But the original United is
on 14, Abi.
Don't worry, we'll come back to our proposition.
Who will be your next game?
My next game, I think is.
They are playing Leicester tonight.
No, be tonight. Sunday.
They are playing Chelsea, of course. They are playing Enzo Maresca.
Nice. Chelsea.
Jadon Sancho. Did you see that tweet?
It's coming to Old Trafford.
Old Trafford,
He's going to get defeated.
The stadium that is leaking.
That 3 points every day you should put all this way.
Yeah, it's going to stop.
Just a play.
All right. In the words of Warith, the 3 points has been logged. Adeni Obafemi Falana, welcome to Sport Hub.
Always a pleasure, my brother, to be on spot with you. 102.1. Where we give you the very best, from banter to information to comedy. we've actually not dragged ourselves here. I mean, heated conversation. Maybe we'll walk towards that. So we are becoming too friendly with ourselves, on the show. And so maybe we need to give our listeners at home a bit of controversy. Maybe we will start tonight. For all those Real Madrid, if you're a Real Madrid fan, I don't care. You call in this evening and listen to what I'm about to say, because I know you guys are listening. So call in so we can hear your opinion. But just to let you know, the politics where they play for now on Monday.
Yeah.
Now wait till now they play for people.
I mean, over time we've seen Real Madrid
play politics. Now you can't they bite them. They vex. Why they vex?
I mean, if you bring it to the table here and look at it succinctly, I can tell you that as much as we're saying that Vinicius Junior deserves this award, you can also bring Jude Bellingham into the mix as well. So it's not supposed to be about just Vinicius Junior being an attacker, because according to Real Madrid, they are saying that the France football and also UEFA did not give Vini because of non-football reasons.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, fair play and also class.
When did I know fair play award is always for teams in a major tournament?
So how does it affect the
So
player
when did fair play now start counting for Ballon d'Or? It just shows to tell you that they are confused. They don't know what they are doing.
If they want to scatter everything, they want to do.
There's always an excuse,
And this guy has always been fighting racism. So I don't know. That has always been his problem. So I don't know where the fair play is coming from.
This award, talking about Real Madrid as well.
Yeah.
Let's look at how it's going to affect this Real Madrid team, because it seems that all the old Real Madrid
players
and coaches and even the
ex-players
are supporting Vinicius.
Of course.
How does this play in the eyes of Jude Bellingham? I know that Carlo Ancelotti is a good.
Not just Jude Bellingham, there's also Dani Carvajal too.
No, we know that Dani Carvajal was never in the mix of this. He won.
He won award.
He won award. He won trophies for the club.
Yeah.
But even you're looking at the top three,
I
don't think anybody will put Dani Carvajal.
Definitely.
But the way it's being painted at Real Madrid, even Toni Kroos retired was also
siding Vini Junior.
But we have seen in time past. I hope this doesn't work against Real Madrid, because we know that the whole Real Madrid people were supporting Vinicius Junior, and it doesn't turn to a bad issue. That's bad blood between Vinicius Junior and also Jude Bellingham.
I don't think that is going to happen. I know for certain we've had this particular. I mean, it's been a while we've seen something like this with Real Madrid. When it comes to the football game and the Ballon d'Or, the entire Spanish, country, they are like in favor of Rodrigo winning that particular award.
Yeah,
they are celebrating actually.
Spain wants Rodrigo to win.
Yes,
it's been a while.
But Real Madrid wants
Xavi was
to
not.
win.
Sorry to cut you. Xavi was not able to do it. Iniesta was not able to do it.
Busquets wasn't able to do it.
These are great midfielders.
Definitely. So I think nothing will happen. Instead, this is just a proper PR for Ballon d'Or. As a matter of fact, controversy thrives within the entertainment industry, and whether we like it or not, football itself is entertainment. So controversy thrives. As a matter of, how can you suffer a 4-0 defeat against your rival on Saturday? Then the player that you think, they said they had 50-man contingent.
They were ready
before Fabrizio broke down news on Monday.
They got the intel and they'd be like, no bro, we're not attending again.
But just to point this out, talking about footballers, and this one is kind of a sensitive, but an handicap person we don't balance.
What are you doing, Warith? That is God working. Whatever situation, whatever condition you find yourself.
But then again, it was already in the shooing to win the Ballon d'Or before he got injured. It was a shooing to win the Ballon d'Or before he got injured. So it's not about injury. Don't mind Warith. It's a Manchester United fan.
All right.
At least you guys cannot make mouth again. That the only English club that a player from the club won the Ballon d'Or is Manchester United.
And then it's still in Manchester. Let the club from London do it.
So you are accepting
the club from the tiny side.
Are you accepting that they are bigger than you now?
They are not bigger than me.
Are they bigger? A player has done it since 2008.
Currently, who is the biggest club?
Manchester United.
Manchester United is the
in any day, anytime.
Currently in the Premier League. Anytime, any day. And you are competing with West Ham United and Southampton for relegation.
Away from that, please. Still this first show right here on Hyper Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget you can be a part of the show this evening. Let's go into 8th grade football right now. Let's talk about the Super Falcons did play the second of their friendlies against Algeria yesterday, and this is what the NFF and the Football Federation are saying, that they are trying to test the waters since the departure of Coach Randy Wardrobe since they left the Aims of affairs at the Super Falcons, and then Justin Magudu been in charge for not his official match yet, but still on the interim basis. He won the first game right there in Ikene, and then did the same again yesterday. 4-1 it ended. Do you see being a good trajectory for the Super Falcons, considering the fact that bulk of the players that played yesterday's game were home-based players? Chiamaka was not even in goal at all.
Yes, but I think it was quite expected the match against the Green Ladies of Algeria. This is the first home-based coach since Florence Omagbemi left. And we have seen with the foreign coaches talking about Thomas Denebi, who won the WAFCON with the Super Falcons, but the Nuga coach talking about the World Drum. I think we finished fourth at the WAFCON during his period. The only thing he did was always participating well at the Olympics, at the World Cup, and also qualifying for the Olympics after 16 years. Those were the two. He never brought in a trophy. But Justin Magudu, this is his third game in charge, winning the 3 games. And on aggregate, the 2 games between the Algeria national team, it was 6-1. And it was kind of good to see home-based players, because majority of them, I think 19 of them were home-based players.
Just 6 were foreign-based.
The girl that scored an hat-trick is a player from Edo Queens. To show that we have talent in this part of the world when it comes to the women's. No disrespect to Algerian team.
Okay, Daniel is calling. Let's say hi, Daniel. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, you're live on Sports Hub.
Huh?
You're live on Sports Hub.
Live.
Oh, okay. Warith, please continue.
Yes, I said no disrespect to the Algerian national team, but it was quite expected. And hopefully the girl that got injured, that collapsed due to the collision.
Yeah, it's been said that she's still in the country right now. They will wait till she recovers fully before she travels to Algeria. Though the rest of the team have not traveled to Algeria.
But you know that we had issue with the Libyan. These people confirmed that we treated them well. I was point it out.
And even if we never had the plan of treating them well, which
we have to do,
we usually do. But then again, if our football people, they want to like display their anyhowness. After what happened, with Nigeria, Libya, I think everyone now in Africa will be on their toes, doing the right thing, making sure that they paint their country in good light. Because right now we're in the age of social media, so you can't actually censor whatever people will say. Before you know what is happening, all these players are always on their phones whenever they're traveling. So before you know what is happening, your image is battered as a country, so and everything will go viral. So I think we are trying. I think Nigeria is actually the best country, one of the best when it comes to hospitality for away teams coming into the country. Libya just want to like.
But you pointed out that sometimes there can be some iota of anyhowness.
But then again, it's not up to the level of
what
it will now become a total disgrace for the country. So our game against Algeria, a wonderful one. I like the fact that home-based players, we're trying.
The lady for Lashade, I guess.
I spoke to him on the show this afternoon about the number 6, Esther Oyenezede. This time last year,
she was with the under 17.
As a matter of I covered a football game, in Bishobage field. That's in Mushin. One betting platform. Women's competition in Mushin.
I recall.
So I saw her. She played for Robo Queens. Before she traveled out, whatever. And
in the space of 1 year.
Exactly. In the space of 1 year.
She's now playing for the Super Falcons.
That is what diligence can give you.
Consistency.
Talent has never been a problem for Nigeria. The talent is in abundance. It's just for the talents to be consistent with themselves.
I mean, if you go into it, we've seen a lot of home-based players, indigenous players who have now gone abroad and doing well for themselves. Yesterday as well, Gift Monday was also on the score sheet, and you can tell that she also came through the ranks with the Robo Queens. Even the captain of the side right now, Rashida Tajibade, also made it through on the age grade. She played the under 17, under 20, and now are captaining the Super Falcons. So I feel like for the female side, we're having it good.
I think we have good progression with the female side.
Exactly.
It's the male side that somebody can just pop up in Sweden today. They call him Kazim. And they will tell you this guy played in the league. When did Kazim play in the league? But then again, so far he's good. His banging in goes in Sweden or in Slovakia or Denmark. We call him to
play for the Super Eagles.
And we forget the Sikiru Alimi, in the Nigerian Premier Football League. I think the female football has shown us one thing, that you can actually have a mixture of both the foreign base and the home base together.
Because we're still talking about female football before we go into the men's side now. It still talks about the Super Eagles B as well. The Flamingos are set to have returned to the country.
They returned this morning. Was it yesterday or this morning?
Midnight, of course.
Okay.
Midnight. So after crashing out of the Under-17 Women's World Cup, we have to give it to them this time. I mean, they were able to win their first 3 games in the group stages, and then they lost the quarterfinals to a team they defeated the last time. And so we should not be expecting that maybe they will have a walkover against the Americans this time around.
Yes. One thing about this age group tournament is about the development of these players. And as it stands, the way the World Cup is going to be going now, it's going to be hosted by the Morocco, and it's going to be happening yearly now, every year. And now we have opportunity of seeing some of these players. Some are in their 14s, 15, 16, and 17. Those ones that they are 17.
All those girls, do they look like 14 or 15?
According to them, like Amorim, who we saw during the qualifier, I think she's 14. She has an opportunity to play at least the next thing.
Amorim is 14.
14, yes.
Amorim is.
Wait.
I hosted an age grade competition August of this year.
Yeah.
For secondary school students.
Yeah.
If you see a 14-year-old, you will know a 14-year-old. Forget about the Nigerian issue that people they don't feed very well. We get that, and people go through a lot, you know. But when you see a 14-year-old, you know a 14-year-old. When you see a 15, you know a 15.
You know that
how many is 14-year-old?
We are not easy based on data. What we use here in Africa is the MRI. If you are able to escape it,
then you're fit for the age. Of course, you're right with that one. Away from the women's side now, let's go to the men's side. The Flying Eagles will be in action later this evening against Ghana, just to make sure that they cement their place and being the champions once again in the WAFUB Under-20 Championship. They've done it before, and they will be looking to do it one time again this time around. Ali Zubair looking to make a statement that, look here, thank you for giving me the chance, but with doing the right thing, you can get these boys to work together. I mean, you only had 3 weeks to prepare with these boys. They lost their first game, and look at them now into the finals.
Yes, for the Flying Eagles. I know these people are showering money because there have been a lot of promises from a lot of people. I could remember Kule may give them 1 million before they went for this particular tournament. And I said if they are able to bring the trophy, it's going to get 5 million. They are the team that are going to get 5 million. Also,
each or the entire team.
Kule
can actually give the entire team 5 million. I know what I'm saying, and you also know what I'm saying.
We've read it also. I know other people. I think they are having up to 20 million in total. But for them, after the opening game against the Burkina Faso team, where we thought that we're not going to qualify, but they were able to fight their way back, coming a good down against the young elephant of Cote d'Ivoire. And they won that one by 2-1, which puts us in the semi-final stage where we won our game against the Niger Republic. Now we are going to be facing our Jollof Derby. That's talking about
another derby is brewing.
The Ghanaians. Hopefully we are able to get one. One thing we have done is that we have got in our primary objective, which is to qualify for AFCON. The trophy at the end of the day will just be an icing on the cake, which will be good for these boys, because the last time out in Niger, the last set won it, and which gave them the opportunity of participating at the AFCON. But one of the things that we are looking at is that the main objective is for us to qualify for the World Cup.
All right, away from that, away from the Under-20 boys right now, let's go into talks about the Chan Eagles. The list came out earlier this week, and it's reported that the boys are already camping ahead of the game that we played next month. Not December. Between December 20 and 22. The list is comprising of 17 players across different teams, with Remo Stars having the bulk of the players. There's the likes of Rabiu Siliki Filu. There's also Kazim Ogunleye of Enugu Rangers as well. There's Sodiq that we spoke about the other time, who made the list, and also the striker as well as Sikiru Alimi also making that list. We're looking forward to see how they are able to galvanize these boys together to get the win. Anas Yusuf, one player I'm looking forward to see in that tournament, by the way.
Definitely Anas Yusuf and a couple of other players, talking about MPFL players. I'm interested in, for me, the best, defender in the MPFL. I don't know if I should call him a defender or a right wing back. But Sadiq Usman. I think if not for Ola, I think he's long overdue for a starting shirt in the Super Eagles team. Defensively, he's strong. attacking wise, that's the strength. 3 goals, 3 assists already. In the MPFL, I think we've had like 8 or 9 games so far in the MPFL, and for a defender,
9 games
to have 3 goals, 3 assists in 9 games, that tells you that he is very, very good. And Red Monsters also have kept a couple of clean sheets, so he's one player that I'm looking forward to. And there's a particular guy, that plays for Ikorodu City. Not a starter. By the way, he's not a starter boy for Ikorodu City, but somehow he finds himself in the team. That shows that there's something there for him. I'm looking forward to Sikiru, Alim.
I mean, this Toyib Gidado, if I can recall very well, even the former head coach, Coach Bright, talked about him when he left. He said there's a particular boy in that Ikorodu City team that is waiting to be unearthed.
Yeah, this is one of the competition I love what CAF did by allowing the home-based player, people playing within the league. And we see a lot of talent. Like Anas Yusuf, this is he has shown us what he can do. It's 9 goals after 9 games, and he has been one of the major people. And one player I think we are kind of missing. Which I kind of expected to be in this league is the former Doma United goalkeeper.
Brian Osai Samuel.
No,
I mean Kingdom, yeah.
Osai.
Yeah,
but I think he made a move to Enugu Raiders. But I know the reason why maybe he never got the call up is because he has never.
He's not played this season.
He has not played this season. But with this list, it's 35-man list. We are still going to cut it down to and where we are going to have the best of the best. And our game against the Black Galaxies of Ghana, hopefully we are able to qualify, because as the Black we have qualified for this. Talking about the Chan tournament. So we have to do the needful by getting a win against our neighbors.
All right, they're still talking about football on the home front. So much to talk about, so much to look into, and I want us to talk about it briefly before we go into other sports, because the basketball, the MBBF Men's Premier League is currently underway in the Savannah, and the Atlantic Conference will bring results from that one. But right now, it's the NFF disciplinary committee, or should I say the MPFL disciplinary committee, they have been throwing hammers since the weekend. First of it was Kano Pillars, and they were fined for the type of words Ahmed Musa used about the referee saying it can bring the league into disrepute. And earlier this morning, it was about Eyimba as well. The same language, the same word, the same statement, bringing the league into disrepute. And once you are bringing the league into disrepute, you are paying 1 million naira fine.
No time. They actually need money. So I mean, if you can find them and make sure that all these clubs pay what they find them. How about the news? I've just settled the issue of
pay debt.
It's still hanging in the air going into match week 10.
That's why we will know whether.
So the match week 10 is this weekend, by the way.
MPFL board is serious. Because there's a certain club, Abiyawo, so think of their players.
Kwara United as well.
See, if they don't do that thing, I don't say they don't, because for the
because all this 1 million are small issue. How can you have 23 players
that you've not paid their
sign-off fee, and you want to use them? Not that you're already using them.
Yeah.
Now they say they can't play them, right? Let's wait till the match they tell. Let's see what's going to happen.
We look forward to see
even Eyimba.
Yeah.
Shame on Eyimba. Shame on them.
18 players.
18
players. One team that escaped that thing though was Atlant. I don't know how they think you are. After that, we know that they are regular debtors. All of a sudden,
Atlant will mark a right number for players.
Stop it! No, they have changed now. I don't want you to shame that team.
If not that, there's also the call Tiwa in Yoruba in our home. If not for that, for where they want Nigeria, how can you sign 23 players and fail to pay their sign-on fee? And you're, God, 9 games into the season already.
As for the
fine for Eyimba
and
Kano Pillars.
The Kano Pillars own was Ahmed Musa coming out to. I think the players and the club should go through the proper training, because LPFA are going to be trying to protect their image. No matter the issue they are having with the referees, there is a proper channel that you can actually complain, and that's the only way to resolve it.
I mean, even if Ahmed Musa had said it during the post-match conference, Kano Pillars Media does not have the right to also bring it on their own page. I feel like that was where the media officer got it wrong with that one. Away from that right now.
That's not the first time now. Remember Nottingham Forest, what they did last season.
Away from that now, the draw for the NNL season was done yesterday, right there in the Kenya. We have the Southern and the Northern Conference. Though a lot of football fans are saying, why is it that the Southern Conference has more teams than the Northern Conference? 7 coming from the South, 11 coming from the North, and we've seen a couple of teams getting bye into the tournament. The likes of Sporting Lagos already have the bye, and they are going to play their next game after the first round of matches. Solutions will be playing Rovers in Group A. That is in the first match that will be played. We look forward to another exciting NNL season.
All this will not concern them. As far as at the end of the day, two teams will come from each region. See, Sporting Lagos, go Sporting. I cut it their logo. Hopefully they'll be able to come back. But one thing I have issues about beyond limits. I hope we don't have the issue that we had at the beginning of this season.
So when they qualify for the league once again,
are we going to go back to?
Are you sure they're going to qualify by the way?
There's also the possibility we have to look at that, because for a team that did it last season,
they have the players.
So you think Sporting Lagos can do it over again?
Sporting Lagos.
I mean, beyond limits can do it over again.
They can do it again.
I'm looking at this conference B. Very, very, okay, the draws. We have beyond limits in playing for the season. We have there's a particular club that people are not really talking about, 1472 FC.
Yeah, from Lagos,
From Lagos, and I think that's a club this guy plays for, Akim. Onitolo, that's where he plays for. I mean, because I spoke to him, I'm like, God, why is this guy not playing for?
Yeah, I mentioned it that he's going to be playing pro. He
said he's going to be playing pro this season. He already has a deal with someone. I mean, and for him to sign for them and not for a Premier League club, that means
there's
something. The money is really. It looks fresh for a player that has not started professional football.
I mean, should I call him a fresh graduate as well? Because he only graduated about 2 years ago.
Banks a lot of degrees.
The best graduating student from his faculty.
No wonder worry they make my top show. Say the best university.
Let's not shade Unilag here. They want to start online class. Did you see that?
Yes, now the only thing what I get is na Lagoon front. After that, where is it?
No, bring your school into this or you will not like it. And away from that, now let's wrap it up. We talked about the Super Eagles. Cause CAF yesterday announced the date for the AFCON qualifiers. It's been said that the first game is going to be played November 14 and the second will be played on November 18. So we're looking forward to cement up. Of course, you can tell that we have already qualified from that group, but we just have to play these next 2 matches. One against Rwanda and the other one against Benin Republic that we played in Ivory Coast. And 6 points for Super Eagles. What do you think? Next month, November.
Yes, these are the type of matches that you can pour out your own best players.
Sure you get.
Play because we just need 1 point to get the automatic qualification out of the group, because other teams after we have been awarded the 3 points for the Libya match, we have 10 points now. And I think that Austin Eguavon and also his coaching crew, the game against Benin Republic, it should be more of like a revenge. You know that the last time we played away from home against the Benin, we lost 2-1. And this time around we should go again, beat them, beat get the 12 to show him that one that he did that time
was just a fluke. He just got it by chance.
And for the Rwandans who got a lucky draw, because that game I don't know whether the keeper is sham or not but this time around they are coming to Nigeria and they are supposed to
he said I don't know whether he used sham or not.
Now. There was a video I saw that the opponent was the different shot. Because then one of the players ran behind the goalkeeper to pick something from the goalpost.
And after that,
they chased him. I mean, but after that, the goal went. So, but did you do football?
I don't know. It depends on how best you play your game.
But why we never win World Cup with Juju?
Let's always say there's Juju in football and then play Man U against Manchester City and expect Man U to win. Away from that, now let's still talking about football on the home front. Earlier today it was said that power has now officially changed hands in the hands of football affairs in the country because the Minister of Sport Development has now handed over to the National Sports Commission director, who is Alhaji Shehu Diko. People are saying that this feels like a new dawn in football development in Nigeria, because Shehu Diko has also mentioned that SWAN, which is the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, the Nigerian Football Federation, and also the Professional Footballers Association of Nigeria are part and members of the National Sports Commission.
Yeah, I mean, every sport in this country, is under or was under the Ministry of Sport, and as they have now collapsed that particular that particular ministry, and now name it the Nigeria National Sports Commission. Every other sector, if you are into sport, you have to fall under. You have to fall under them. So you don't have a choice. You have to fall under them. It's just funny that with the way, the controversial way that Shehu Diko was,
when it was in the
LMC. From the LMC
and NFL vice president,
and now all of you are now coming.
Is that your guy of all of them?
When I saw the news, I'm like, wow, Shehu. I wanted to message him immediately. I say, congratulations, sir. But I said, okay, let me calm down. Let me confirm the news. And when I saw it, no, they don't have a choice.
Yes.
With their tails in between their leg,
all
of them will crawl to him and say, so imagine someone that has been, bullying you on your street. Now coming to say, Twale.
But you have to look at this from this angle. This is first time we're having someone who is in that particular field. He's someone that Solomon Dalong. I think that one is a lawyer. He was.
He's not that wearing berets.
We had Sunday Diary. We also had
John Aweneno was an agriculturist.
So, but now we're having someone who has been there when it comes to the world of sports.
Is he a sport person?
I mean, but he's been here for a very long time. Whatever it is, he has been, but he's been in the sports setting for a very long time.
It's a case of.
I mean, for close to 9 or 10 years, he was the chairman of the LMC.
It's a case of if leave too take for soap body,
you go turn soap. Of course, man. You know the check. Away from that, now let's talk about basketball. Let's give you a result of match day 2 and 3 in the Savannah, the Atlantic Conference, and also look forward to some of the fixtures that have been played today. Yesterday in the Savannah Conference, we saw Lagos Legends losing out to Delta Force. Oli Warriors lost out to Commerce 61-57. Rivers Opals have now won their third game 81-58 against Police Batons. Kwara Falcons lost their own second game against High Flying Open Rates, who have now won 3 games in the Savannah Conference already. While for the Atlantic, now University lost out to Plateau Peaks. Nigerian Customs lost out to Gombe Bulls 70-69. Bauchi Nets lost out 64-95 against Kano Pillars, and Boko City Chiefs defeated Nigerian Correctional 77-55. For the Savannah Conference, they are playing their game right there in Jos Plateau State at the indoor of the Rayfield. And for the Savannah Conference, that is played in Edo State basketball court of the indoor sport hall at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. For the women's category, it was said that it was the MFM ladies that won this basketball league for the women, and now we're looking forward to see who is going to be winning the men's league this time around. The last time, River Supers won it, and they were able to represent the country at the Afro Baskets, and even doing the unthinkable, becoming the first Nigerian team to make it through, not just from the group stage, made it into the knockout rounds of the Afro Basket, and we're looking forward to see which of these teams will make it through this time around. Before River Super, it was Kwara Falcons, but those ones, let's not talk about them. They're not even a basketball team.
Think it's an opportunity for this talking about the Nigerian basketball teams. I think there's also a certain bar where it's
basketball African League,
yes, that's also it's good to have I think for a long period of time we never had the basketball league. I think that was other. I forgot the
Musakida.
Engineer.
Musakida.
Most of this federation.
I should tell you why.
They don't get
Engineer Musakida out trial last year, 2 years ago. People say they don't want to. You said now you have one league.
The factionalized
guy.
The federation.
They're gonna do one election for Abuja.
Another one in Benin.
Or one election can no.
I mean, so yes, looking forward to see what is going to happen. But then a lot of fans are looking forward to see what is going to happen in match day 3 in this Savannah Conference, and then match day 4 in the Atlantic Conference. Away from the whole floor right now, let's go straight into Europe, because there's so much to talk about, so much to look into. Don't forget to be a part of the show this evening. Sports Up Show 9 Power Radio 102.1 FM. We're live on our Facebook fan page at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. You can join us on our YouTube channel at Impact 102.1 FM. And now let's quickly talk about the world of tennis. Players are preparing for the end of the year to reign Paris Masters. A couple of ATP matches are currently underway. Earlier today, Carlos Alcaraz overcame some rusty moment on his serve to beat Nicolas Jarry 7-5, 6-1 and has now reached the third round of the Paris Masters yesterday. The second seeded Spaniard was troubled by Jarry, strong forehands at times, and the Chilean broke his serve in the 9th game and held for 5-5, but Jarry doubled fourth-head in his second service to lose the first set. Alcaraz, however, saved a breakpoint in the third game of the second set at an ace and broke for a 4-1 lead, the crisp forehand winner. The four-time Grand Slam champion is looking for his 5th title of the year and will play against either Ugo Umbat or American Marcos Giron. Stefanos Tsitsipas also defeated Alejandro Tabilo 6-3, 3-4 in contention for the season-ending ATP finals for the top 8 players, which is going to be held in Italy, Turin next month. Kasper Ruud of Norway and a 3-time Grand Slam runner-up started well before losing 7-6, 3-6, 6-4 to unseeded Australian Jordan Thompson. Well, all of these games that have been playing in the world of tennis right now is just for them to get 8 players that will be playing in the final game of the season.
It will be based on their rankings. Yeah, those that great players. But one thing that's Novak Djokovic is missing this. And I checked he has the most starts when it comes to the Paris Masters. He has 7. And he has got to the final 9 occasions.
But there's a possibility he will not be playing this one.
He has come out to say that he's not playing. That's the overconfidence you have when you have already achieved everything. But for other people, we're talking about the likes of Alcaraz. He has played his first game 1 against Nicolas Jarry after the issue he had at the Shanghai Masters, and also the 6 Kings tournament that was played. That's the exhibition one. That one, I don't know. That one money. Pass some major tournaments. But for Carlos Alcaraz, the last tennis tournament that gets back, that's talking about the 8 best players. He's looking forward to that because I know that he's getting the automatic slot. In the way it's based on the ranking, and we are not looking past him getting to the final of the Paris Masters.
Well, other matches were however played today as well, where we also saw Alex Popyrin upsetting 4-seed Medvedev 6-4, 2-6, 7-6 in the second round of the Paris Masters earlier today. The 25-year-old Australian, who won his first Masters 1000 title in Montreal this summer, had lost his previous matches against his Russian rival. Popyrin and Medvedev combined for 86 unforced errors under the roof of the Palais Omnisport. 8-seed Grigor Dimitrov stayed in the race for the ATP finals after rallying past Thomas Martin Echeverry 6-7, 6-3, 7-5. French wildcard Otto Rechendek also progressed to the third round with a 7-6, 7-6 win over Alex Michelsi. And away from our tennis talks right now, as we're preparing for the last couple of races in the world of Formula 1, plenty of talks when it comes to the world of Red Bull, because people are already going out for Max Verstappen. And it's not just Max Verstappen. Even Ona is talking about Sergio Perez, saying Sergio Perez, the last couple of races, he has not been himself. And there's been speculations whether or not his future is not going to be in doubt after the Brazilian Grand Prix that will be held in Sao Paulo this weekend. Sergio Perez, this season, if I thought he has been on top form, I'm sure Red Bull will not be where they are right now. But it's just like it's just about Max Verstappen for Red Bull.
And Max Verstappen hasn't turned up for Red Bull in the last, 10 races.
Say 10. He was only part of the Formula 1 in the first 7 races of this
year. And that, I mean, it should have been knocked off the perch, by Lando Norris. If only Lando Norris also has been able to get, his.
I think Lando Norris respects him. It is respect
and it's becoming too much.
Yeah.
Though we know that races that it looks like Lando Norris is going to win. There's always a way that Max Verstappen will scoop out that particular race for him by probably pushing him or looking for
the way he drives.
Exactly. I mean, that was what Max did when he wanted to knock Lewis Hamilton off, and I think it's now becoming this is something people name. They call him Mad Max, by the way.
Mad Max, yes.
He ended that particular name well, and he has been driving with that
like a madman.
Yeah, like a madman. I mean, you can say that, but I think the authorities, they are not putting eyes on him too much, and if he's not careful, he might get banned from one of the races this year. I mean, we have 4 races to go, but if he's not careful, he might not be able to drive in 1 or 2 of them. He needs to be very, 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 very careful. But I think we are not going to see the dominance of Lewis Hamilton with Max Verstappen. It's becoming clearer now.
Well, one thing is for sure that Red Bull and also Max Verstappen have lost their place in the Constructors' Championship right now.
They are now third.
Ferrari
overtook them.
McLaren.
And I think he already said it. That was talking about the dominance Lewis Hamilton had. What Verstappen is going to do is will be quite similar to what you saw with Sebastian Vettel, where after winning 4 championships, he was nowhere to be found. And the way it's going, Max Verstappen is going to win his 4th one, because as it stands, if he's able to maintain the podium finish, he has put himself in a good position. But Max Verstappen, a lot of people have complained about him. I think even the other drivers, have complaining to the FIA, and those that put a guideline in place to actually stop the way.
They had a 20 points penalty in Mexico.
20 seconds.
He said that 20 seconds. He said, "I'm not gonna cry over penalties, but bro, you're crying. This is costing you the podium."
Exactly, which is something that is not actually good. And Formula One is a very, very dangerous sport.
Of course,
it's interesting. It's enjoyable when you see it, when you watch it. But it's a very, very dangerous sport. If only. Just imagine Lando Norris proving stubborn with him on Sunday.
Yeah,
just imagine it. Just imagine Lando Norris. Proving stubborn.
It was recently I got to know that Schumacher is still hospitalized.
Yeah, he's still hospitalized right now.
Hospitalized.
We saw the same thing with Max and Lewis Hamilton. Was it not 2 years ago that it was, if not for the halo on his head, on Lewis Hamilton's head, Max Verstappen's tire would have ripped Lewis Hamilton's head off. But because of the halo, and when they were making changes to Formula One drivers' car, and they asked them to put that halo on their head, they said no, they don't. That it wasn't necessary. All the drivers kicked against it, and that's the same development that saved Lewis Hamilton from dying from the craziness of Max Verstappen
driving.
Same thing that he did on Sunday again.
Wheel for wheel.
Imagine Lando Norris is a very stubborn person. Just imagine he's from, let's say, he's a Yoruba man like me. Imagine he's a Yoruba man like me. Imagine. And you want to shove him aside. He decides that no, I'm not going to leave. We won't be saying what we're saying right now.
Yeah, of course.
It's a very, very crazy thing. But he wants to win at all costs. If it's within the rule of the game, Isha wants to win. It has to stop one day.
Okay, we're looking forward to see what is going to happen this weekend in Sao Paulo. That is the Brazilian Grand Prix, the first of the last 4 races of the season. But for Red Bull and Sergio Perez, we hope that we will be seeing them come next season again, because it looks like this is just going to be the last of the races for Sergio Perez with Red Bull, because Red Bull's team boss Christian Horner is still not confirming whether or not he will be with them come 2025. Away from Formula One talks right now, because plenty of talks are in the world of football. For Manchester United fans, a lot of things they want to hear, a lot of things they be like should be happening. But let's start from the words of Ruben ahead of tonight's game, where he mentioned it emphatically that whether it's just for one game, whether it's for 2 games, it's a dream come true for him to be managing a team that he's loved his whole life. Ruben Nistelrooy, Manchester United play Leicester City in the FA Cup last 16 tonight.
Yes, Van Nistelrooy is going to be taking charge as the interim manager of Manchester United against the Leicester side. And like you said before the show, you said he was not planning to get the United job. I think it was, he said Eric Ten Hag called him to get it. At some point, he was the manager of PSV.
End of it.
And when Company left Burnley, I think it was the next person to actually get that job. But United called him, and he had to take that opportunity of becoming an assistant. And as it stands, he's getting an opportunity to become the head coach in a particular match. And hopefully, you have seen this manager.
This is going to be added to his credentials.
It's going to be added to his credentials. And we have seen United when a manager starts.
Wait. It depends on the outcome of the game. If they slap her, you know, go. If not, you go down to your CV.
Don't do that. Whether he gets defeated, whether he wins, it's going to be in his credential that he's coached Manchester United first team.
He no go down. If they slap her, and I won't they even slap her. May Tottenham slap Man City. May Leicester slap Man City. May Brighton slap Liverpool.
He's looking for easy way to carry the car back home. I don't think he will carry anything.
You are a hater. And away from Manchester United talks. Okay, we cannot go away from it because yes, Sporting also confirmed that Man United are interested in Ruben Amorim. And people are saying that Ruben is a student of Jose Mourinho. It was said that he was also part of his backroom staff for a period while Mourinho was in charge of United between 2016 and 2017. Do you see Ruben Amorim having an instant impact or some form of resurgence for Manchester United? Maybe this is the perfect match United have been looking for all this while.
Everybody they claim say they be student of one teacher.
But it has to happen. You need to have a mentor.
Jose Pesero was also a student to.
No, don't do that comparison, I beg.
And we saw unlike Jose Mourinho, Jose Pesero did not win the AFCON with us.
Okay, for Amorim.
Yeah.
We have seen this pattern of play with the Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
But I've said it. Ten Hag also had this pattern of play when he was at Ajax. Okay. So I won't be expecting too much until he comes to that United setup, and we kind of seen an improvement in that particular team. Because Ten Hag came with all the whole hype that is a disciplinarian. He came to United. At the end of the day,
he goes sign Ajax fraud.
We don't see any pattern of
Ajax fraud. All those boys that played those Champions League in 2019.
Yes, 2019.
Where are they now? Tell me one. Tell me one that is even that the light is even doing like lighter.
Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong.
Which Frankie de Jong? That one that played 2 games today, getting injured next day. And
but it was pivotal for Barca against Real Madrid.
Which are Classico?
Yeah.
Where they don't score like 1 or 2 before they bring and come inside.
It was when
he contributed to one of their goals.
It was after time I did this people started scoring and he came on after.
How about the light or darkness?
Don't be a hater.
The light or the darkness.
Let's take a look at the light. By the way, it's been said that if Manchester United signs Ruben Amorim now, he's going to be playing under his 9th manager in his career. Imagine being coached by 9 different managers.
That brain go bust now because so many ideas where you don't pack for. You don't play under Max Allegri, right?
Yeah.
You don't play under who against Thomas Tuchel, right? You don't play under Julian Nagelsmann. You don't play under Julian
Nagelsmann now.
You don't play under ETH. You won't play under Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
Waiting there happen. They won't bust in brain. Waiting there happen.
But different ideas.
No wonder you know good.
Hopefully, Amorim is the right man because it's Ferguson. This is the 9th manager, 8th manager will come to United.
Yeah.
But I know that some people they want our downfall, and I hope this time around we are able to get it right.
The funny thing about man is that we don't need wait for pointless thing to the argue with Man U fans. Just wait, the thing go happen.
How the better has fallen. I don't know why.
It's pointless arguing with a Manchester United fan.
Let's go to the Spanish La Liga right now. Not to go news coming through.
Madrid. What happened in Valencia?
Yeah, Valencia. Yeah. So there's the high chance that match is not going to go through. Yeah. There's been a letter of to postpone the game. The game was supposed to be played today in the Copa del Rey, and it said that there was a fatal flooding in the city of Valencia. Our heart also goes out to them, just the way we wished people of our own Borno Maiduguri to earlier this year. So yeah, our sport is a unifier. Nobody wants that to happen. Don't forget that Valencia are bottom of the league, and then football it is. Away from the Spanish La Liga right now, let's talk about the game that went down yesterday night in the Italian Serie A. Looks like once again Napoli might be running away with the league.
Yeah,
they are 7 points clear now. 1-2 away from home yesterday.
Inter
AC Milan.
Yeah, Inter are playing currently. Yep. They've not scored. I mean, based on the results, so far they are playing away from home. I think against Empoli. Empoli, they are a very, very tough nut to crack. Well, Udinese are leading Venezia 1-0. Already. Very old Maduka Okoye. It looks resurgent. For Udinese. But talking about Napoli, Conte is a coach that when he asks for something and you back him, you give him, he will most likely get you the results that you need, and that is what he's doing right now. He said he was not the one that said he doesn't want Osimhen. The club said they don't want Victor Osimhen, and it's okay if you don't want Victor Osimhen. Give me Romelu Lukaku, give me David Neres, give me Scott McTominay, give me Billy Gilmore. From Brighton. And I think he signed one other.
Gilmore went from Chelsea to Brighton.
Yeah. So I think there was one other player that he didn't sign. He wanted Kasaidai. from Chelsea, but he wasn't able to get him, so he got Billy Gilmore. And we can see what he is doing. I think after the first game of the season, just like you said, that they lost. They've played 9 games and they've had just 1 draw in between those 9 games. They won 4 games in a row, drew 1, they now won another 4 games in a row. And now they look like a team that you don't know where the weak point is, in the team. And what they are
solid.
And what they are doing is what Conte did back at Juve. It will make sure that he beats the big teams. And the big teams will pick points
among themselves.
I mean, Inter Milan lost at home to AC Milan. They drew to Juve last weekend. AC Milan that defeated Inter Milan at home. Napoli went to AC Milan to go and beat them. Defeated Roma. Roma will pick points off Juve, pick points off this one. So they actually know what they are doing. And if they can keep winning their games, don't worry, the other teams will pick points off themselves. So I expect Napoli to win the league. Conte will win the league. Beyond this season, next season, I can't guarantee you anything with Conte.
But this season, you think is going to be?
I think. If you see the winners of the Italian Serie A for the past 2-3 seasons, thereabout, how quick they start the season is very key.
They are kind of creating a large gap between them and
the rest.
Just like I mentioned, it's 7 points gap between these two sides right now. Between Napoli and
Conte was the one that won the league for Inter Milan.
Yes, in
the last league
when they took the league of
Juventus.
We saw the gap. Then the following season, AC Milan. We saw the gap too with AC Milan and Zlatan.
Napoli.
The following season, Napoli. We saw the gap with Napoli also. Then last season, we saw the gap between Inter Milan. So it's the same thing,
It's
Napoli.
So
it's easy for you to create a gap in the Italian Serie A more than any other league.
We saw when Juventus dominated the league, and during that period, Conte was actually part of the coaches. I think between 2011 to 2014, he won the league on 3 straight occasions. He came back with Inter, won the league. Now he's coming back with Napoli. It will be a good thing for Napoli. After that 30 years run,
trophy drought.
Now they're going to be having 2 in 3 years, and it's going to be a good one for Conte. Conte, in a particular season, he can do well. But what
the following season, I cannot guarantee that one.
If you are going to be putting patriotism into it, this is going to, rubbish of whatever it is we think Victor Osimhen must have done for that team.
Osimhen achieved what was unachievable.
30 years.
You have
to where they born 30 years ago.
You don't turn grandpa self.
No, be say.
Wait, calm down now.
Sports Talk Show right here on Hyper Radio 102.1 FM.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. With all the best in sports entertainment. Tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
7 best of stories coming through from the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sports. Let's go through into the matches that we played this evening. A couple of matches we played in the next 1.5 hour. Brighton and Hove Albion will be at the Abex Stadium to host Liverpool. Aston Villa will be at the Villa Park to host Crystal Palace. Manchester United under interim manager Ruben Van Nistelrooy will be hosting Leicester City this evening. Newcastle United will be hosting Chelsea. Arsenal travel to Preston North End, and Tottenham will be hosting Manchester City. First up, because we have an Arsenal fan here, and of course they are playing a side from the second tier league. So yes, you can talk about Arsenal going through on this one, even with their second team.
It's an Waneri, Miles Lewis Kelly.
Sterling will play this one, Abby.
Yeah, now those games Sterling. How those games we sign Sterling very complete. Not be the serious games.
Not be the EPL.
I mean, with a fine goal against Liverpool, we brought in Ethan Waneri. Sterling they bench. Brought in Ethan Waneri.
So that is to tell you exactly what Mikel Arteta plans.
It's for Carabao Cup and for FA Cup. Even the FA Cup, you get where you go tough reach. They don't go start Sterling.
Send for Scott Dave.
If to say that nonsense boy we sign for United, Chidobi or Chidobi
Martins. Would have been promoted.
If to say you calm down, wait.
That guy is Shano Patrick.
And he depend on her.
You go Shano.
He depend on her.
When you call enter main team, you know call Shano again.
Why not? He's going to Shano now. Look at Kobe Mino. Kobe Mino came in halfway through the season and he came third at the Copa Trophy.
Kobe Mino now?
He's still there.
He don't stay too long for soap. He leave don't turn soap. So
get out of here, man. And away from that, I mentioned to you that Chelsea will be traveling to Newcastle United. They will be at the St. James Park. I won't give
that's
to
a
look
tough
forward
game.
to.
A tough one.
Between both teams.
But between both teams, the last in the APL last weekend, we saw Chelsea come out 2-1 winners in that particular game.
See that lovely pass from Kopama.
I was going to mention that right now, but then for Kopama and Chelsea, it's just like you being in the midst of not too good players.
I think you just remove that Chelsea, put Kopama FC because that team is being controlled and is dominating.
I said this now. I said that if Kopama doesn't score or assist, expect Chelsea to lose or draw that game.
Exactly. In this Spanish Copa del Rey, Osasuna, okay, the match has also been postponed as well. But for Leganés, they travel to CD de Lucina. Sevilla travel to La Rosas. For Cordoba, will be traveling to Olot.
Hopefully, Kelechi Iheanacho gets to start.
Play for Sevilla this evening. Well, it's been so much has been said about Kelechi Iheanacho and starting for Sevilla. Honestly, because it's been like 4 matches right now that he's not even made the match day squad for Sevilla.
Kelechi, what's supposed to go Ipswich Town? It go start well for that Ipswich Town.
In the German DFB Pokal, Eintracht Frankfurt are 1-0 winners over Borussia Mönchengladbach. Second round of matches, Freiburg are 2-0 winners over Hamburger. Werder Bremen are defeating Paderborn away from home. And later tonight, Union Berlin will be playing Arminia Bielefeld. Bayern Munich later this evening will also be playing against Mainz 5 away from home. Italian Serie A, just like you rightly mentioned, Empoli 0-0 against Inter Milan. Udinese are 2-0 winners over Venezia. Atlanta will be playing against Monza later this evening. Nigerian's own poster boy Ademola Lookman. We hope that he gets on the score sheet and once again show the stuff of the champions.
Because this one is all Ademola Lookman written on the back.
CAF no go do anything. No, we go kidnap Motsepe.
Juventus that this evening will be playing against Parma as well. And in the Dutch Eredivisie, we say Ajax are 2-0 winners over Feyenoord. Half-time played already. Sports Option right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, and that's how much we're taking on the show for today. Many thanks to you for being a part of the show. Before we call it a wrap, I'd like to take 2 cents from my guys in the studio. I know United is playing and you want to tip United to win against Leicester City, but don't you think the game against Leicester City will be a dicey one for your team?
It's not be a dicey one. We will start our new manager bounce with the win against Leicester, and to just notify. It's no more 8 o'clock. Most of the games are no more 8 o'clock now. You have to add an extra hour.
1 hour, so it's 8:45. Yeah.
From 8:45, 9 o'clock, you'll be getting games, especially in the night. That's time you get.
Yeah, because of the daylight saving, of course.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
And from you?
Well, congratulations to Manchester United fan. At least I want to see my brother here, Warith, add small flesh a bit. At least the new manager bounce. Let's say for a week, a month or 2. They get to the house and all that.
Well, Warith said he stopped thinking about United for a long time.
No, he will start thinking about them again. He might tell you that he's not thinking about them, but he still thinks about them. Okay. Even when Eric was there, you know all those ones that you be peeping to check result on your phone.
They don't score.
They don't score. Warith if they do, But then again, I think it's a good thing. A good step in the right direction for United.
The Ineos group.
For the Ineos group. I think they wanted Thomas Tuchel last season, but that FA Cup, victory by Manchester United changed their mind to keep Ten Hag.
They're not threatening them.
He didn't threaten them.
So I think that way I'll go away somewhere else.
Yeah, that FA Cup victory really changed their mindset.
So the Ineos 4.
And now Tuchel is now the coach of England.
Of course.
And they had to move quickly.
My preferred choice was as a flick, but as a flick don't go back. Hopefully we'll be able to manage.
And it's flicking it through with Barca right now.
Definitely.
No one is stopping that team. Sports Talk Show right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. That's how much we're taking on this show for today. We're back at same time on Friday, and then that will be next month, by the way, between 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. on the Sports Talk Show, as well as Saturday 2 p.m. down to 3 p.m. Don't forget that we serve your early morning Sports Tonic 10 a.m. down to the flip side of 10 every weekday, Mondays through to Fridays on your urban lifestyle station, Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Ayodeji is signing out this evening on behalf of my guys in the studio. We say go out there, be the best version of yourself. Do what to engage yourself in 1 or 2 sporting activity. They do more good to you than the army is going to do to you. And yeah, Adeni will say, drink enough water
and mind your business.
I'll see you when I see you on the other side once again. Don't forget to be kind, because kindness is cool. Good evening.
Everywhere you go, no matter where We're with you as your urban lifestyle station. Hype at 102.1 FM.
Put it up.